Hi, Tana Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. And today I want to talk to you about something kind of personal, but I felt it was important to share. I want to talk to you about thermograms. Now, it's October, which to me means black and orange and Halloween and ghosts and pumpkins, which is why I have my little cauldron in the back and my little ghost that I've had since I was about 7 years old, and then my family's little vintage pumpkin right here, my little jack-o'-lantern. But I'm not even going to address all the pink washing that happens this month every year. I'm going to talk to you about breast health, and I'm going to share a story, personal story that I hope will help you. And I'm always encouraging women to get thermograms instead of mammograms. And let me just tell you my story. I'll tell you how I kind of came to that. I went for my last mammogram about 8 years ago. And fortunately, I hadn't been getting them for very long, just once a year, because I had not yet done all the research or learned as much at that time as I have now about all the radiation and how something that's supposed to prevent cancer actually causes it. So I had gone for a routine mammogram and they sent me a letter saying, you need to come back. We think we found something. So, of course, I'm completely panicked and freaked out and terrorized. And what I believe was divine intervention that same day in my Dr. Mercola newsletter, which I've been getting for over 10 years, there was an article about thermograms. And boy, did I educate myself. So I read all about it and I thought, I'm going to go get a thermogram so I can see what's going on. And so the closest place to me that was doing it at the time was about an hour away. Now there are many more centers everywhere, fortunately, but I went to this place an hour away, and all it is it measures the heat in your breasts. And you just have to stand in a cold room with your arms up, and there's an infrared camera that measures the heat. So it can show you where there's excessive heat, which just means there's potential inflammation and could be a problem much later. But if you make lifestyle changes, you can adjust that and correct it and heal it and get yourself back into balance and get into a good place, which is kind of what happened with me. So my first thermogram, I'm actually going to show you my picture. It's small. I hope you can see it. So this was my first thermogram. So as you can see, over my left breast, there's some heat. There's a little more heat, and under my breast, looks like a lot of heat there. Of course, I was wearing underwear bras at the time. And then in my armpits and my lymph nodes, there's a little bit of heat too. So with discussing my lifestyle and things that were going on in my life with the nurse practitioner who administered this, it still had to be sent away for analyzation by a doctor who specializes in thermograms. But we determined that I was probably an estrogen overload. I'd been on the pill for 24 years without any break. It just made my life a lot easier. I had been on it ever since I started being sexually active, and it made my period lighter, it made me regular, it cleared up my skin, it just made my life a lot easier. But I knew I had to get off of it. So I got off of the pill and I changed my diet to eating healthier with more vegetables, and I eliminated all soy because it's a natural form of estrogen. So I just wanted to eliminate all unnecessary estrogen from my body. And I started taking a hormone not a hormone, an herb to naturally balance my hormones. It's called female hormone bisolarate, and I still take it to this day. So within a couple of months, I actually had myself on a regular schedule. I mean, my cramps were more intense than I had experienced since I was a teenager, but I was fine with that because I knew that I was cleaning out my body and making it healthier. So with all of these lifestyle changes, well, let me back up. After that thermogram, then I did go for the follow-up mammogram, and they wanted to look at my right breast. So they stuck me in the machine again, squished me up, and I swear they must have taken 20 shots because they couldn't find what they thought they were looking for. So I'm standing there while they are shooting me full of all this radiation, and I was getting really upset. Like, you can't even find what you think you found that you made me come back here for. So then they sent me off to ultrasound because I couldn't find it with the mammogram machine. And again, they're looking and looking and looking, and they can't find anything. And the technician has to bring the doctor in, and she's looking, and they finally go, "Oh, it looks like you have a clear, probably water-filled cyst just deep in your breast. It's nothing." And I'm like, "Seriously? You made me go through all of that I mean, I don't even know how they found something initially that they couldn't find when I went back. And I also thought it was very interesting that it was on the right side because my thermogram showed excessive heat on the left side. So then I really felt like, okay, that totally discredited mammograms for me. So I have been sticking with thermograms ever since. And I went back 6 months later for a follow up, and look at the difference. Look how much lighter it is. So there's not as much heat on the left. Underneath, it's decreased quite a bit. My armpits, there isn't as much heat in my lymph nodes. So look at these side by side. Look at that. I mean, it's so personal getting my boobs up on the internet. But look at that. Look at the difference. That's just 6 months of making lifestyle changes. So this is why I think it's so important that you understand you have the power to make changes in your health. I'm so nervous talking about this subject. I'm shaking because I have been thinking about it for so long. But the thing I'm always telling you is please educate yourself and stay informed and make your own decisions and take ownership of your own body, not just for this, but for every health related issue. Please do research, consult experts, check out alternative therapies and remedies because there's so much there. And you really should take responsibility for this body that's yours. It's yours. Don't just hand it over to someone and go, tell me what's wrong and fix it for me. It's not a car that you're taking to the garage. You have the ability and the responsibility to take care of it yourself. And the best thing that you can do is just tune into your body. And when you are not feeling well, when you are feeling out of balance, and ask yourself, what's happening here? What do I need? Because I'll tell you, every physical issue that comes up has an emotional root, and it's usually something regarding stress. There's noise outside. I'm so sorry if you can hear it. I apologize. I don't know what it is. But there's always an emotional root. So if you're under some kind of stress, that can show up in a myriad of ways in your health. It can show up as something as obvious as an ulcer, or it could be muscle tension or injuring yourself because you're so stressed. But there's always something. So please tune into yourself and ask yourself, am I angry? Am I resentful? Is there something I need to let go of? Is there someone I need to forgive? And what do I need to nurture myself? And sometimes, in addition to making dietary changes and maybe moving your body a little bit more, maybe meditation would help your health, and it would help you calm down and relax and deal with the stress in your life more effectively. Maybe there's something in your life that's a huge source of stress that you need to eliminate. Could be a job. Maybe you need to change jobs. Maybe you need to get out of a relationship. Maybe where you live isn't the greatest place for your health. So there are so many things that you can do to take care of yourself. But I just really want you to take ownership of this amazing body that you were given in this lifetime, because you have the power to change it, to heal it, to nurture it. And especially ladies, take responsibility. These are yours. They don't belong to anybody else. They are yours. And one of my very favorite resources for information on women's health and what she says can go right with the female body is Dr. Christiane Northrup. And she wrote a great blog about the pinkwashing that happens in October every month. And I will put a link here to that article. I also posted it last week on my Facebook page, so it's there. But you can also just go to her website too. And I'll put her channel here so you can easily access her information, because if you're going through feminine related issues, she's a great resource. And I have been studying her and reading her books for years, preparing for menopause, and just so that I can deal with any health issues that come up, feeling empowered and feeling strong and like I have resources at my disposal and not feeling like a victim. And she says that we are taught to look at our breasts and our uterus and our ovaries as ticking time bombs that are going to turn into cancerous growths inevitably. And that is not the case. That is not the case. I want you to love your body. I want you to look at it as beautiful and love everything about it. Love your breasts and love your organs down there, even if they cause you cramps or inconvenience once a month or however often or whatever you have going on. But it really just please take responsibility for your own health. Research, exercise. What am I trying to say? I'm so all over the place right now. Just educate yourself. Educate yourself. It's the most powerful tool that you can have for your own health is knowledge. And there's a ton of it out there. There's so many resources. There's so many great health practitioners and doctors who are on your side for you taking care of yourself and not just saying, do preventative measures that are extreme just to make sure you don't get cancer, just to ease your mind. You can change anything in your body. I mean, I not only did it with my breast health, I cured myself of lupus around the same time. About, oh God, was it the same year? No, maybe. Yeah, you know what? It was the same year. I cured myself of lupus. So that particular year, I was really taking control of my health. And it feels good. It feels good to know that you have the power to make these changes. And it's all here and it's all here. And I'm here for you always. I want you to know that you can do whatever you want to do. It's not only law of attraction with attracting what you want in your life as far as abundance in your life partner. You can manifest and attract great health, vibrant health, healthy boobs. So ladies, take control of those boobs. They're yours. Treasure them and love them. And please check out thermograms. No, they are not covered by insurance, but I think it's well worth the expense if you spend a little bit more now to personally take control over what's happening in your own body rather than let the system determine what you're going to be doing, by doing this other procedure that's covered by insurance that's filling you full of radiation. And, there are the problems of misdiagnosis, overdiagnosis, overtreatment. This is so much more reliable because it gives you control and it gives you a very accurate view of what's going on. And they have thermograms for the whole body too. But I just think it's so important and so valuable for women for their breast health. So check it out, ladies. I'm sure there's a thermogram center near you. And if not, it's worth the drive. Trust me. I would do it all over again. I would go even farther away if the only one available to me at the time was, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours away. I'd make a weekend trip with my husband and go check it out. But fortunately, you should have something available near you. And I know this message is longer than usual, but I thought it was very important. And I hope you stuck with me through it because I really want you to take control of your own health. And I want you to feel powerful and empowered with information and knowledge because it's all there for you and you can create the health that you want in your life. So check it out. Check it out. We'll show one more time. Check it out. That's a big change. So you can do the same thing. And I wish you luck with that. And thank you for watching again. Once again, I always appreciate you being here with me. And if you enjoy these videos, remember to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And if you would like these videos delivered straight to your inbox every Friday, jump over to my website, TanaMarshall.com. Get on the mailing list. I send a special note out to my list every Friday. I would love to have you join us. And with that, I just want to wish you a great weekend and enjoy your breasts and focus on their health and love them. Give them love. Give them lots of love. And check out the resources that I've posted here. And I'll post them below on YouTube, below the video, so that you will have access to all of these websites and you can check out all this information for yourself. And just go relax, love your body, and I'll see you next time.